Hey students, Mr. O, your substitute teacher here. And today we're going to talk about what happens in the Sonoran Desert when we get a little bit of rain. All right, where's the water inclusion clause in my contract? I'm calling Mike. That wonderful smell that you get in the Sonoran Desert after a rain comes from somewhere. Let's take a look and we can see where it is. It's not coming from a cactus. It's not coming from last night's dinner. It's not coming from an animal. It's coming from this, the creosote bush. Now, the creosote protects herself and her leaves with some oil, very similar to the waxy substance that you will see on cacti. This helps keep the moisture in, and in the Sonoran Desert, this is how plants can stay alive with very little water. However, when that monsoon rain comes down, or any rain for that matter, that creosote smell, you can get a brief whiff of it just by going like this anytime. That smell will atomize and get out all through the desert, and it smells great. So I wonder, is there a way to get that great Sonoran creosote desert smell inside our house? Let's find out. So to do some creosote clippings, we're gonna have to get our normal yard work equipment ready. Let's do it. Zoom in on me. So we're gonna get some creosote clippings. Make sure we get some from the fresh part of the bush. The ones with some of the flowers going, strangely enough, aren't as good as the fresh leaves. So make sure you got fresh leaves in your clippings. If you got more than one location, and that's what I'm planning, you're gonna need a bunch. Grows back easy, non-toxic to humans. Don't let animals get this stuff. And it's everywhere. Let's take it inside. So we're gonna take our creosote clippings and we're gonna put it in our container. This container is a flower pot. We'll talk about why that's important in a minute, but we'll take some of our creosote clippings and we'll put it here inside. Now, the best way to get something wet on the inside is to put it where something's wet all the time, like a shower. So, I'm gonna take our creosote container and I'm gonna put it here so when people take a shower, some of the water is gonna activate that creosote smell. Okay. And if you have more than one location, more than one shower, you can put more of your creosote to get that smell through the entire house. A word of caution, don't be like me. Don't be like me and take the creosote and just leave it on the tile. This stuff will stain over time and you're gonna find out you're gonna get some creosote stains and they're hard to take out. So a container like a flower pot that drains works just great. Cats and creosote do not mix. See? So make sure you keep your cats away from your creosote. The best way to do that is to make sure that any doors or enclosures you have to your showers allow the smell from the creosote to come out, but the cat not to get in. And run this in between some of the shots where I'm putting this stuff in. So what we can do with our old stuff that's a week old, we can take it and just put it into nature and test some gravity. You know, we notice here in the Sonoran Desert that some things grow really well together. Like we're seeing brittle bush with prickly pear, or a palo verde tree and a cholla. But when we get over to this creosote, I notice that the creosote just hangs out with creosote. I wonder why that is.
In almost any area dominated by creosote bushes, the plants are seen to be spaced with a remarkable degree of uniformity. This has given rise to the speculation that the roots secrete allelopathic chemicals. That means chemicals that inhibit the growth of nearby plants. There's some evidence of this. It's also likely that the plant spacing reflects the availability of water. Their fibrous root systems extend about 4 meters from the plants. What this means is these roots are shallow. They intercept any water that falls on the soil surface. So as the creosote bush clones, and that's how they make more of itself, it's very likely that the creosote will spawn areas favorable to more creosote. And that's why creosote seems to go everywhere in one place, and other plants have a hard time competing with it.
So now we know what happens when it rains in the Arizonan Deserts, and where that great smell comes from, and how to get that great smell inside. Until then, from a safe social distance, this is Mr. O saying keep calm and get on!